What's up, it's Joshua. I'll get in depth with it. In Hebrew, ominous, dominus, bominus, Latinus. In Hebrew, Baal, B-A-A-L, Lord, Baal is the Canaanite god Hadid. So when you're praying to Jesus, and pray to the Lord, you're praying to Baal, the Canaanite god, because Baal is Lord, the Canaanite god. You know what he's called? Hadid. He's called the Conqueror. Who's the first horseman? The first horseman is Jesus. So Jesus is Hadid, the Canaanite god, the Conqueror. He's given many crowns, which means many heads. So Baal, the bang, the bang, bang. I'm Kid Rock, double without the cause. Baal is the Canaanite god, right? So when they're like, you shall pray to the Lord. That's why in Isaiah, God says, you will know that I am the Lord. He's talking to Baal, and he's talking to you will know that I am the Lord. Because Baal, B-A-A-L, is the Canaanite god, Hadid, Satan, the conqueror. And that's why God, I don't know, I'm not Bishop Barron, I don't fucking know Socrates. That's why God says in Isaiah, you will know that I am the Lord. When I do this, you will know that I am the Lord. Not you, Baal. I am the Lord. That's why it says that in Isaiah. Ball, the bang, the bang, bang, boom, 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 come Kid Rock, amazing. That's why you will know that I am the Lord. That's what God's saying. Baal is the Canaan. That's what it means in Hebrew. It's Baal. Baal means Lord, Canaanite God. He's called the Conqueror, the first horseman, who everybody says, Jesus is coming back. He's the first horseman. Yeah, he's called the Conqueror. What's it say in Revelations? The Conqueror. He was sent out to conquer. Ball, the bang, bang. I'm Kid Rock. I am the bull god. Baal. Hebrew. It means Lord. That's why God says in Isaiah, you will know that I am the Lord. I don't know. I'm not Bishop Barron. I don't have it like I didn't study Socrates, but I know Hebrew, and I know that Baal means Lord, and Lord is the Canaanite god, because that's what they call him, Lord, the Conqueror, Hadid. Bow, the bang. Give to Caesar what is Caesar. Render to Caesar what is Caesar. Render to God. Yeah. Render to Caesar what is Caesar. Christianity. Bow, the bang, the boom, boom. I can't. I never get tired of that, man. It just keeps. I could go on and on about Jesus Christ. His birthday is 12/25. He is the Lamb. Isn't it 12/25 the sign of Capricorn, the goat? My dad's born when. Isn't that the sign of the goat? Bow, the goat, the goat. It is the Lamb. No, it isn't. It's actually Janus, January, the Roman god. Bow, the bang, bang. I am the goat, but I'm actually the lamb. I don't know, man. Isn't Capricorn the sign of the goat? Isn't goat the sign of Satan? Bow, he is the lamb. I am Bishop Barron. No, I don't know, man. Can I get a ruling on this? Can I get Ryan Clark? Can I get a ruling on it? Is Capricorn the sign of the goat? Is goat the sign of Satan? Or is it the sign of the lamb? Bow, the bang, no, for real. Isn't Capricorn the sign of the goat? Is it Jesus, Janus? Is it Janus, January, the sign of Capricorn, the sign of the goat, the sign of Satan, the Roman god, January? I don't know, Bishop Barron. I was too busy studying Socrates. Didn't anybody, don't you guys go to theology class for 6 years and study all this? Didn't anybody raise their hand and go, this doesn't make any sense? For real. Nobody did that? So Jesus and John the Baptist, right? They're cousins. And then Mary went over and John jumped in the womb. Hail Mary, full of grace. All right. And then 30 years later, like, you know how big Israel is? It's like the size of Rhode Island. So Jesus and John the Baptist were cousins. Mary went over to Elizabeth's house. He jumped in the womb. And then, like 30 years later, they never met each other. They never went over to Passover together. Then Jesus just comes walking. He's like, "Here comes a man I've never met." Your mom never told you the story about how you jumped in the womb. You think that your mother would tell you that story? Like, any mothers out there? Like, if the mother of God came over and you jumped in the womb, you'd be telling your kid that story, but they never met. Israel's like the size of the world. The Christ family never came over for Passover. It was 30 years later, and he goes, "I've never met this man, even though he came over and I jumped in the womb." What, that happened? And like, you guys never came over for Passover? The Christ family never came over? You guys never had Passover together or any of that? You never met each other until like 30 years later? But he jumped in the womb and your mother never told you that story? You think your mother would tell you that story? Like, if the Christ family came over and I jumped in my mother's womb, my mom would be telling me that story every day. You know what? Christ family came over and you jumped in the womb. She'd be telling me that all the time. They never met. Just like 30 years later, here he comes down. I've never met him. Really? I mean, I'm just like, these are confusing stories to me. Bishop Barron, can you explain this to me with Socrates playing? The Christ family, like, they never came over for Passover. You guys are like cousins, right? You never ran into each other in Nazareth or Galilee or anything? No, because we were in Egypt. How does Jesus go to Egypt? Are you not supposed to go to Egypt? Doesn't God say don't go to... Jesus went to Egypt to hide from Herod. Like, aren't you not supposed to go back into Egypt? Bong da da bong da ba da ba ba. Lord Canaanite God. Oh, I don't know. I'm confused about these stories. Bishop Barron, can you please tell me some Socrates?